What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Pretty Percent. That's spelled P-R-E-T-T-Y with a percent sign. We're back, and we're going to be talking about another episode of Tyler Perry Sistas. Before we get started, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And hit that notification bell so that you can be up to date whenever I drop a new video. Okay, guys, you see we're back in our regular setup. We had to change some things from the last time because we were doing a little rearranging like I told you. But we're back. And what is up with your nose today, babe? We have to talk about that.
Yeah, I get into that in a second. It'll make sense.
It'll make sense. All right. Well, I wanted to talk about today. Well, both of us are going to talk about Sisters season 6, episode 8. It's the nose. It's the nose. Season 6, episode 8, and this one was called Uneven Playing Field. This is Tyler Perry's BET on BET.
9 p.m. on Wednesdays.
Season 6, episode 8. And the episode is as following. As Hayden and Tamara's relationship grows stronger, Gary still isn't sure about her true intentions. Maurice continues to pursue to get Q to confess the truth.
And what's the title of the episode?
Uneven Playing Field.
Okay.
What do you think about the title of the episode?
Yeah, it's interesting how they... Yeah, that's a very interesting synopsis and title because a lot of stuff what we took from this episode definitely does not relate to that. Let me explain the nose, because everybody want to know what's up with the nose. Well, I decided to dress up as two of my favorite characters from this latest episode, as Karen and Gary, because they were both clowns this episode,
Pretty
like
much.
some real clowns, and that's the real synopsis of the episode. And I'm about to take this off, matter of fact.
We like the nose. You can't breathe with it.
Right.
Can it fit over mine?
Yeah. You dress up as Karen.
Okay,
I was
I'll be
Gary.
Karen,
Now
guys.
she's Karen. Karen the clown.
Oh my God, I'm Karen.
Yeah.
Oh, it really pinches at you guys. I don't know about this.
You know, it was just a little entertainment.
I can't breathe, guys. You thought you was gonna wear this the whole time.
Oh, I already knew that wasn't about to happen. But I was dressed up as my two favorite characters, Karen and Gary from this episode, because there was a lot of clown behavior going on from them. Yeah.
Every time we talk about them.
Yeah. So that was my big takeaway from this episode. And you know, Zach and Fatima finally did what should have been done like in the first place. They finally sat down, had a nice conversation about what issues was bothering them. And it got resolved so easy from just simple communication.
Karen and Zach?
Zach and Fatima. Speaking of Karen and Zach, it's a lot of things that finally got done in this episode that should have been done like a few episodes ago. Zach finally kind of set the record straight. Yeah. Finally, you know, establishing lines, and we'll get into a little more why Karen, you know, is a clown this episode, and Gary. Yeah, go ahead.
If you guys have one at home, go ahead. Every time we say Karen's name or if we say Gary's name, do the little weep weep noise like beep beep.
Everybody
okay?
get your clown noses out
if you have one. But yeah, I believe, you know, I was so happy to see Zach and Karen talk. Well, kind of, you know, I was more happy to see him and Fatima, like you just said. Mm-hmm. They actually talked about it, but, you know, we'll get into that. That was basically at the end, but, you know, I was happy. And then when him and Karen was speaking, you know, Karen seemed very delusional still. Beep, beep. So it was just a lot going on when they was talking, and he was still trying to let her know, like, look, I'm in love with Fatima, but I just want to help you out because I love you. And she's just like, well, no, Zach, you really love me because I saw how you ran to me, and the way he ran to her in front of everybody. And she even said that. She said, you did it and you left your fiance just standing there by herself. So you do love me. You must want me, like she was just still being delusional. He's like, no, Karen, I thought you was dead. Like he's trying to act like nothing was wrong. So, she's still thinking like, you in love with me. She don't care what he say, talking about I'm with Fatima. That's who I'm gonna marry. We probably even have a family. And she was like, you love me. And what else did she say?
Well, she referenced the baby, and he was like, well, I don't even know if that's my baby yet. Which don't nobody know yet. We still don't know who the baby is yet. Now, I already said we're gonna find that out till probably the last episode
of the season,
if even then. But the scene, it was definitely, they had their whole little, they was sitting down. I still think he entertained it a little too much. He might have been harmless. They sitting down reminiscing. Remember when you took me here for our second date? Oh yeah, before I had money, all that, man. Forget all that. But she was getting beside herself, and he kept trying to tell her, like, hey, I love you, but I'm with Fatima now. Our love is different from the love we had. And, I get where he's coming from. Some lady up here, some ex-girlfriend up here is still telling you she wants you to come by the house and clap the cheeks later on. She gonna leave the door unlocked for you. I don't know if the words "I love you" gonna come out my mouth because her mind ain't processing right what's going on anyway. You talking about you don't love, you respect the connection y'all had between each other, but you done moved on. You have a different relationship and different type of love established with Fatima. But yeah. So it was. I'm glad he put a line in the sand about that. He let her know what's up. Like even now she's still having her delusions. He was like, look, I thought you was dead, so that's why you got the reaction you got. I still do care for you, and I still have love for you, but I've moved on. I have new love.
Yeah. She still was like, hey.
You're right. She wasn't hearing nothing.
I want you to come over tonight. I'm about to go now. Because she didn't want to hear nothing else he was saying. He kept saying that he was in love with Fatima. She was like, I'm going to leave the door unlocked because you ain't got no key no more. So, come on over there. I'm going to be waiting on you. I want you inside of me. I want to have sex with you. And you need to be in me. She said all that. Yeah, she clown, Karen. Oh, I said the wrong noise.
Wank. Yeah.
I just meant kiss because she was doing that. This thing made my nose feel like it's like running and stuff. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it'll pinch your nose. That's why I took it off. Fatima, I still got some gripes with her because she should have, she's doing all this silent treatment. She should have just opened up her freaking mouth.
Yeah,
and could have had this all resolved. She in the office with Andy. It picks up from the last episode. They had the 60-year-old lady who about to go have her hot girl summer after she divorcing her husband. And they still bent out of shape talking about some Andy, this can be us.
Yeah.
And she
like
just
they
like
just young. Like, come on, you guys. But I understand because they're going through things themselves. Like Andy's going through something with Gary, and then Fatima's going through something with Zach, and they're letting their emotions really get the best of them. Because if you actually hear the truth from someone else talking, and they're like, yeah, men ain't no good, and you just gonna keep staying around with them, knowing they ain't doing no good, so they're just like, oh, John, that's me too, sis. Like, so it just made them in their feelings. So they're both crying. You see that they got the tears coming down and everything. And she's feeling like, and I'm talking about Fatima. Fatima's like, I'm going to give him back this ring because he's in love with Karen. And Andy's like, just talk to him. Like what she should have been doing.
We all been saying.
You just going to let him go, girl? Like, she didn't Karen really gonna win then, but I said Karen's name, but she's really gonna win then. So yeah.
Remember, Andy, she flats out tells her like, look, you guys give me hope. I'm rooting for you all. So that's the big thing. Why she's like
the other lady you talking about?
No. Andy told Fatima. She was like, hey, Todd does that. Y'all can work it out. I'm really rooting for you guys. Y'all give me hope. Mm-hmm. So, even though Karen's her best friend, she wants to see Zach and Fatima work out well together. Now, speaking of, yes. Matter of fact, I'm going to need this back right here.
Okay.
Because I'm putting this back on. So, after that, heart-to-heart moment, your boy Gary the Clown comes in. And he in his feelings, he up here talking about smart. We're going to talk about, what you said to me and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And, number one, she's already told him that his penis is smaller compared to Robin's. She's told him that she only messed with him because he has good penis. And
keep it on.
He's got good penis, and she doesn't know him. He's not her type usually. Mm-hmm. So anyway, she tells him all this. He comes in the office, and then instead of just going on about his business, but like, all right, that's how you feel that way. Then you're not the woman for me.
Yeah.
He wanted to go try to so-called, try to clap back, talking about some. Well, you know what? Since we're being honest, your sex wasn't all that either. And in my head, we both was like, oh yeah, it wasn't all that. I've never had some mediocre pee that made me go buy a penthouse and a blue Rolls Royce. Maybe some McDonald's McChicken sandwich or something, but ain't nobody getting a crib to live in for some not that good P word. So I was like, listen to this. Man, this is a straight up clown move right here.
Pretty much.
Right.
I just want to do that, guys.
So, then he go on the whole, I'm going to meet you at your place at 8 or something. I know you like that.
He thought he was turning her on, and obviously he was turning her on. She likes that kind of role play, whatever they was doing, because first he was talking to her like that. He was like, I don't like you either, like you just said. And he was like, you ain't all that anyway. And like you said, how in the world? She was like, come on, your eyes be rolling the back of your head when I'm on top of you. So what are you even talking about? He was like, oh no, that's because I be frustrated. He couldn't even think of that. He was like, I'll be frustrated or whatever. He was like, but yeah. She was like, well, you know what? I don't think we should ever have sex anymore. And he was like, yeah, I don't think so either.
Right.
And she was like, okay. And he was like, I'll see you tonight at 8. And that will probably turn other women on when they just know that a man trying them like that. So they showed that part. That part could have been true. So he turned her on or whatever. He got all close up to her neck and was talking in her ear. And he leaves out. No, she was like, well, no, I'm not going to be home until 9:30. And he was like, I'll see you at 9:30 then. And she was like, what, to not have sex? And he was like, yeah. So he's coming over there to not have sex with Andy. Like, whatever. They're going to have sex. So he leaves out. Do you know her knees buckled? She was about to go after him, and she's like, oh, I went the wrong way. They showed that, so she went out the correct way or whatever. I saw that part. I was like, so she was like, woo. So yeah, he turned her definitely on. There's gonna be an Andy and Gary. They're not breaking up. So
she gonna need Andy. You're gonna need to clown those too, so as well.
Because your feelings gonna get hurt.
He tried to go all the way out his way to so-called hurt her feelings. We had little other filler scenes here. We had the scene with Hayden and Tamara leaving. Tamara meets Gary. We found out there's nothing really on the record that he's found. Yeah. Something from high school. We don't know what it is. Maybe what she stole.
Been in some trouble.
She stole something from Forever 21 or something.
Good one. Maybe that's what it was.
That's that.
But her slate is clean, Gary said.
Slate is clean. We got Danny and Preston have a little scene. They finally decide to go official.
Yes. Woo! Everybody was clapping about that one.
Yeah, I think Preston let her off too easy. I'm like, put in all this work. Now all of a sudden, I'm like, what a change. Like you just got through smashing the small wang dude that almost attacked you. I had to come save you and all that. Preston made himself available too easy. I would be like, nah, you got work for my love now. You didn't send me on an emotional roller coaster, and now all of a sudden you just like, all right, let's do it. But
why play any more games?
Country boy Preston.
He had his boots on and he was ready. She was like, I'm gonna go ahead and just give you a try. And what did he say? He was like, what does that even mean?
Right.
She said something. She was like, you know what that mean or whatever. But we'll like to see how that plays out. I hope it's no more back and forth. Just go ahead on with it. You know, it must be getting to the end of the season or something because everybody's, coming together.
Yeah, I believe they got 2 more episodes. So yeah, they got to wrap this thing up.
Except for the Karen and Zach thing.
Oh yeah, that's the big thing that's carrying on this season. But yeah, that's another takeaway. And then of course we have Maurice, Calvin, and Sabrina. Maurice still being his old complainy, gimpy self. They up here trying to help this dude out. He keep on. I don't know, he just always got an attitude. He's the most ungrateful character and obnoxious character. Like I said,
he goes too far.
I'm on Bayou side. I don't think he been home before, but Maurice is just a very disgusting person. He always says very stuff that don't nobody need to see here. Yeah, he come out. What are y'all doing here? I was just through pleasuring myself. Like what?
Like what? That's Maurice. He's been very extra. I don't remember him being so extra like that at the beginning, like saying extra words like that. So those words are extra. Like I'm pleasuring myself, and when he says the penis word, and he says all that, but they ignore him when he say little stuff anyway. They ain't child boo. They ain't worried about him.
Yeah, Sabrina goes over there, lets them know she tried to talk to Q, it ain't working. Maurice goes on his little rant about, that's why I'm gonna go shoot him or do whatever. They just
talking about he gonna kill him.
Yeah, and so that's pretty much that. There is a little brief scene with her and Calvin, and we thought he was gonna go somewhere. She gets a phone call from Andy. We thinking it's Bayou calling her.
You thought?
I thought it was Bayou.
He's like, that's Bayou.
It's Andy. And they be the most annoying with these phone calls. They always calling up somebody, want somebody to meet somewhere, but never explain why they want to meet. They just like, hey, I need you to meet me at Karen's place. What's going on? Just come. Just come. I'm like, all right. Crazy. Let me ditch Calvin over here. Yeah.
Just like Danny, she was supposed to be going on a date with
Preston. Yeah. She just dropped everything to go to Karen's place for some undisclosed details.
This part was funny.
If I was the guys, I'd be mad. Zach and Fatima. Zach gets back to the crib. Fatima sitting on the couch, looking all frowned up. He's like, what's going on? She's like, we need to talk. He's like, finally, I've been trying to talk to you. And so they go back and forth. He's just like, she's explaining to him that she knows he's still in love with Karen and all this about how he humiliated her. And he's like, look, I was met with Karen. I told her I love her, but I told her I'm with you. Right. I love you. I'm in love with you. He's like, I was in the wrong how I reacted, but I ain't never had nobody I thought died in front of me like that. And so that's the reaction I got. You got, but you got to give me, he said, he in therapy, and he was like, you got to be more understanding, and you got to give me some grace. That was his big thing. You got to give me some grace on this one. Justifiably so. And then, he brought up a good point, what I didn't think about. He's just like, when you got back up, met your ex-boyfriend, Ian, you was up there acting kind of funny.
And she was like, that's different.
Right.
No, it's not. And then she was like, oh, and she agreed with him. She's like, all right, I see how you feel. That was just thing.
Yeah, and then he said, now take that ring and put it back on.
Yeah, we like that part. He was like, clapping to that.
The ring is back on the finger.
And no, she pulled it out her pocket. He was like, I knew you had that ring still.
Yeah.
And she started laughing. So that was a little cute part or whatever. She put the ring back on. Now, he did tell her then, he was like, the stuff, Karen wants me to come over. And she's like, what did she say? And she was like, Zach was like, well, Karen said to come over at 9:00 and that she wants to have sex with me. And, when I come over and she's going to leave the door unlocked. Like, he telling her all the situation was about to go down, right? She was like, and what you say when she said that? And that's when he was like, I told her no, that I'm in love with you. And she's like, So with him telling her all that, I said, oh, she finna go over there.
She was like, dang, she was bold enough. She was bold enough to come at you like that, knowing that she with me.
And say, I want to have sex with you. Yeah, she said some more than that, but still, it's the same thing as clap the cheeks.
So now it looks like the Fatima series will be continuing on BT Plus for now.
Not no Fatima.
Nothing.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's where we get back to the point where Karen is like right there on her couch with her leg propped up, and then Andy came in and she's like, "What's up, girl? What you thought? What you thought?" And she was like, "Girl, why you here?" She was like, "I'm trying to have Zach come over and we're gonna have sex together." She said it straight up, and she was like, "What, Karen? What are you doing? No, how could you?" And she's just like, "Yeah." Then they have a small talk or whatever. And she's like, "We spoke today. Like he's in love with me. Y'all don't know it, so y'all is when." Who comes
Sabrina
in? Sabrina
and
Danny. She's like, "What are y'all doing here?"
And they're like, "We're here to talk about the baby."
Yeah,
who the baby is.
Listen, so that's what but it was funny because Danny was like, "Yeah, we know who the baby father is," and then Sabrina and Danny said
tried to say
two different names.
It's
yeah, like you do Zach, and I'm gonna do Aaron. So they was like, "We know who the father is. It's
Zach.
Aaron." Try to put it together or something. Like, no, Karen, you are tripping. But with this whole situation, because nobody know who the baby daddy is. Even when Zach asked her when they was sitting down, he was like, is that my baby? And she wouldn't. That's when she got up.
And that was the perfect opportunity for her to tell
him.
Yeah.
But I guess she was gonna tell him if he came over to clap them cheeks, like you said.
I guess.
So out of nowhere, while they're still talking, and then Andy's like, "No, the reason why we're here because she thinks that Zach is gonna come over." So that's when she's talking. I'm like, okay, look at her talking. Therefore, somebody finna come through that door. We thought Zach is coming. So out of nowhere, she's like, "No, Zach is coming over here, and we're gonna have sex." Yes, we are. Like, she's so delusional and. Clown, I'm so sorry, Karen. You're a clown.
Wait.
So here comes Fatima.
I like Danny's reaction. She's like, "Oh, so Zach's coming over," and then she grabs her and she's like, "Yeah." She knows what's
she
up.
She grabbed who? Andy.
And then she's like, "Zach's coming over."
Because she saw her come in. She was looking over Karen. She was like, "What?" And then that's when she was like, "Oh, really?"
Right.
And then it went off like that. Like, we could tell what's going to happen next, right? What do you think?
Yeah, that's when everybody thought this episode was when it's about to go down, but this was like the setup episode for what up. I mean, what we got from this episode, Zach and Fatima, they're back on good terms now. The ring is back on the finger. Yeah. But next episode is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, we can't wait for that one. That'll be episode 9.
yes. And so we'll remind you, Karen is pregnant, so I don't think Fatima's about to put them paws on her. But
well,
it's about to be some words exchanged.
All her girls are there, so they ain't gonna let them fight.
Yeah, and then in the preview, Andy talking about you can't just work in her house, Fatima. This is her place. But man, ain't nobody hearing that.
Like, shut up, Andy.
If I came home and told you, "Oh, I ran into some ex-girlfriend of mine from
they keep trying you.
We dated for a minute. She came on to me. She talking about come to the place, the door open. You ain't about to be like, she bold, but let me not go to her place and confront her.
If it was in that situation that was going on.
Yeah, already knowing she waiting for you to come over there anyway.
It would have been better if the girls weren't there and then, Fatima was just coming in like, she'd be like, "Oh, Zach, is that you?" Like, maybe she was blindfolded, Karen blindfolded, and she waiting, and she just waiting on him, and then she hears somebody come in, she goes, "Zach, go ahead and turn on the music, I'm ready for you." And then she turns off the music, and it goes, like how it cuts off or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "No, bitch, I'm the one that's here."
She put on some whoop that trick.
Yeah. She gonna be like, "What's going on?" It reminded me of the episode with Martin when Gina came in and then she was like, "Don't you want me, Martin?"
Oh, Miss Trinidad is a teacher. Oh,
and then Gina was like, "No, I want you." So that would have been Fatima. That would have been me up in that thing. Okay. But guys, this was a totally good episode, and we cannot wait to the next one, even with the clowns going on today,
That should be the spin-off show title. If Tyler Perry makes another spin-off show, he needs to make The Clowns. Starring Gary and Karen.
Yeah, that would be funny. Like if they show that, and you know how they were supposed to have the SmackDown. That little thing you showed me with the SmackDown, it was supposed to be Fatima and Karen.
The little fan made posters.
So y'all should make this one with Gary
and a clown nose.
Yeah, do it off our show, okay? But you guys, go ahead and leave us comments. You've been doing really good doing that. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this episode. Do you think what's going to happen next? Is it going to be Fatima beating down Karen? Because now we know it's Fatima and Zach. You know, he don't want Karen. He made that clear.
Is back.
Yes, and that's what we're rooting for. Team Zatima, Team Fatima, Zatima and Fatima. Team both of them. We want to know what team are you on?
Are you on? Was this? We said Zacharin.
That's Zacharin.
Team Zacharin or
what team are you on?
Team Zatima.
Do you want those two together? Do you want Karen and Zach? Y'all better not. I don't even want to ask that question. Do you want them to be together, or do you want Fatima and Zach to be together? Okay. And also about Andy, what's going on with Andy and Gary? Is she gonna ever leave him? Leave us a comment about that. Let us know.
Nah, they're gonna both be rocking these. Clown nose.
Is Robin gonna come back? You know, it's gonna be so many things. She's gonna be in there with Gary, and then Robin pops in the door. Tell us, leave us a comment and give us a thumbs up and like and share this video, you guys. We really enjoyed it tonight. And until next time, be clowns with us.
Be clowns with Gary and Karen.
Yeah.
See you at the circus.